Happy early morning, Facebook friends. We are on day one here in London for an amazing visit, and we get to start my trip in London with meeting with a group of about 40 students from Green Acres Academy in, what is the town? Okay, in that town in London, and I'm really happy and honored to be here with the headmaster of the school, Dan Maiers. So Dan, you can say hi to Facebook.
I'd love to be the head. I'm the deputy head.
The deputy head. You're my head to the top. All right. So Dan Maiers and Peter Claxton from Smart Technologies, who is our sponsor here, our partner in London in the work that we're going to be doing, and the Honorable Lord Jim Knight, who I am completely like wowed that you are with me this week and that we get to be together and talk about this. So I wanted to do a little pre-briefing. We're going to be meeting with teachers and parents and individuals that will be here with the 40 boys, the 40 students, and their high school level, correct?
Yeah.
And so when I looked at right when we come in, we often don't think of schools as brands, but schools are brands. Not only the brand for this area, Green Acres has a brand, but our brands as educational institutions. And brands make promises to their customers, to their stakeholders. So when we walked in the door, filed on the overhead was a video playing that shared explicitly what the brand promises. That we promise that when these boys leave this academy with the experiences they've had, that they will be ready for the world and workforce with very specific skill sets. They will have perseverance, and they will have academic confidence, and they will have imagination, and they'll be able to take risks and enter the workforce with the kind of adaptability, the kind of creativity, the kind of critical thinking that we need. Those are really important things. What wasn't on that list, but what is understood in the workforce, that the reason we need all of those skills is because you have to go into the workforce and fully and fiercely own your genius. So in the world and workforce, we call that personal branding, that you have to be able to show the world, not just tell the world, show the world that you have this skill set, and that this skill set, which I call habitudes, are used and to be ready to serve the moment they are called on. Not after you've had the plan or the 3-ring binder or the notebook that says you will use imagination today from 8 to 8:45, or you will be adaptable from 9 to 9:15. You have to show up not only ready to serve, but you have to pick yourself in doing it. And that's why this conversation that we have today with the boys is really important. Because what is different from when you and I went to school is that we were able to show on paper that we were pickable, that we were selectable, that we were worthy of whatever position or job because we had this content knowledge, because we had this experience. The world and workforce has drastically changed, where you have to go in and say, I am deserved and worthy of being picked, and here's why. It is because of my imagination. It is because of my adaptability. It is because of this. You cannot do that from a place of unworthiness. You cannot do that from a place of shyness. It must be confident, it must be concise, and it must be convicting, so that they can't imagine doing what they're intending to do as a company, as a community, as a partner in cooperation without you. You have to show the world how indispensable that you truly are, and you have to believe in that from the inside out. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about their genius, and then we're going to work with their teachers and work with their students in helping them figure out how to articulate that in approximately 6 to 11 seconds and 140 characters when they leave this place. So that's the lesson. What is your genius, and why does it matter? And most importantly, the question, when did you stop believing that your genius was needed by the world? Because that's the number one reason people don't stand up and stand tall when they're asked, what is your genius? Because they have a mindset that is not a growth mindset that says, I'm not a genius. I'm not that great. I'm just blank. And we have to change that urgently. So, Jim, what do you think?
Well,
Hold this.
thank you. Well, clearly I agree with you. I think it's getting, the world of work is changing really fast. It's much harder now, certainly impossible to prosper without low levels of skill,
Right.
and the type of skill that we now need are the human skills.
That's right.
Because we're competing against machines
That's right.
as much as we are with each
That's
other.
right.
So we can't compete on any other basis than being able to promote and project our humanity, our character. And that's why I'm so excited to see what you do.
I'm excited too. Who knows how this will go, but that's all right. We're igniting a conversation, and the kids are here, so.
So I think that, you know, we're just keen to see how this goes, and having children of my own, it's interesting to see what we can pull out of these children, because certainly this is a very high topic within the UK at the moment. It's been talked about at government level. It's very much in the media at the moment.